Hey guys, this is Cliff. So during a campaign of combat, I like to keep track of my squad roster. I mean, the roster sheets are great. They come with the game, and I like to track their skills there, as you have to, as soldiers come and go. But I like to have an overall historical record more than just the notes on the A and B sheets. I like to kind of see a Gantt chart of what's going on with my squad as it develops over time. And in the past, I made a spreadsheet to kind of do that, but it was really too fiddly, too much work, and it was hard to keep up. And therefore, me being lazy, I tended not to do it. So I've made a new version, and I wanted to show you how it kind of works, give you a brief walkthrough, and see if you might be interested in it too. So let me pull up Excel. My sheet here covers the entire campaign from D-Day to VE Day as a calendar, one column for every day. I can handle up to 40 soldiers. Even I can't kill off 40 soldiers in one campaign. I can get close, especially with Baker. So you have a row for each soldier, and we track their status on each day, so one cell for every day for the entire campaign. Let me zoom in so you can get a better look at what's going on here. So I'm going to bring this up to 170%. And let's narrow this down. We don't need all these months. So here you can name your group. I have the Happy Hooligans, sort of a tip of the hat to the 119th Wing, which was a fighter squadron out of Fargo when I was an undergrad. They were flying F-4Ds at the time. Used to watch those Phantom jets buzzing around Fargo. So you put in your names. Now this is a protected worksheet. I turned on protection so that only certain cells can be filled in to simplify data entry. You can unprotect it. It has not got a password, so feel free to unprotect it, screw around with it, fix it however you want. I'm just trying to make it easier to use. So if I go down, it's going to go to my first soldier, second soldier, third. You can't get those intervening lines because they're locked. I've unlocked places to put in the soldiers, and I've put in some names. This should be Collins from one of my previous squads. So I just say squad leader, medic, BAR, whatever they are, so I can kind of keep track of what's going on. In here is the guts of it. You just put in your data for each entry. So A, we'll color it for Able, B for Baker, C for Charlie. If they're wounded, W. If they're sick, you got an illness, put an S. If they're lost during a patrol, put in an L. If they're in the brig, they've been jailed, put a J. If they've been taken POW and they're out for the rest of the campaign, put a P. And if they've been killed, put a K. So it is really easy. It's all done with conditional formatting. All you have to do is enter one letter, and this is all validated data. If you try to put in anything else, it's not going to take it. These are your only choices, one of these 9 letters. So Able, 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 Baker, 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 Charlie, 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 Charlie. See? Can't do 2. Charlie, Charlie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm missing somebody, but it doesn't matter. So, when we go out, all you have to do, you don't have to type all those letters all the time. You can just use the handle here and drag out to like the 20th. If everybody made it to the 20th, okay, we just go to the 20th. Just take everybody to the 20th. There's my Ables, sort of that brownish color. Then the tan colors. Then the greenish colors of Charlie. Everything is done nice and automatically. So let's say we fought a battle here and we've wrapped up after the battle on the 20th, and by this point a few people have gotten a new skill. I have 2 rows you can fill in here, the wide one for the bar, and there's a little skinny one above. I did that so we can put in bumps. So if I put an Abel here, it'll look a little taller. He got a bump, a new skill. And let's say our BAR also did a good job. He gets a bump. And let's say the green got a bump. But that Stuart was now wounded for 7 days. Just put a W. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my 7 days he's out. And poor Rodriguez was killed. Turns black. And if he's killed, I just take it all the way to the end, because he's dead all the way to VE Day. And there he is, dead. It's possible to be lost on a patrol and find your way home after a few days. Or it's possible to get lost and to never find your way home. You're just MIA. Just drag that all the way to the end as well. POWs never come back. So if you're captured, brought off the board by the enemy, you're POW'd, they're blue. And they would go to the end. If you're sick, it's yellow. I think that's a sickly color. And if you're in the brig, jailed, you get jailbird orange. There are 9 colors. So that's all of the colors. You got your bumps for skills, and then you can continue on. It's just a matter of dragging now, which I think is easier than all that other copying and pasting stuff I was having people do. Here I just have to start another Able to get it green again. Another nice thing about this is, suppose that Staff Sergeant Young gets killed here, and this gets to the end. Must do it. Must do it. And as a result, our assistant squad leader gets promoted. So here's our assistant squad leader, and we'll drag him out to where he got killed here. He got killed here. Yep. Then he gets promoted. He now becomes, well, you can have somebody shift up to become Able. He probably wouldn't because he's assistant squad leader. But if he switches colors during the campaign, you can just switch which label you're using, and it will now, come on, get that, there, change colors. So you can track when they change, and you can add in your bumps wherever they are. This is a Baker. Then as you zoom out again, you'll get a panoramic view of your squad's development. Who died when, who's POW, who's MIA, when you have a reinforcement coming in. Say you get a replacement here, well, further down the line. Let's say we get a replacement for Able. They just pick up, and then they can go along until they get wounded, and then their wound gets expanded, and he's back, etc. I think it's fairly easy to use and looks kind of pretty. You'll be able to see when people come in, when they go out, who's who, what happened to them, when they got killed, when they got skills. And it's not so fiddly. I encourage you to give it a try and let me know what you think of it. I'll talk to you guys later. Till next time.